Welcome to Pop Goes Culture. My name is Mark, and today I ask the question, do you remember 1982? 1982 wasn't just a year when a bunch of good movies came out. It was one of those moments when Hollywood was throwing completely different kinds of movies at audiences, and several of them went on to become permanent pieces of pop culture. It was the year of the blockbuster, the sci-fi revival, the horror movie, the teen movie, the action hero, and the family adventure, all fighting for space at the local multiplex. Man, there were so many fun sci-fi movies. 1982 was the summer of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. And Khan was such a great villain. Somehow Ricardo Montalban managed to make that ridiculous hair look intimidating. And I admit it, I was devastated when Mr. Spock died, even though I knew he would come back in the sequel. But I look over my mom and damned if she wasn't crying too. But apparently, even the death of a beloved Vulcan couldn't distract her from commenting on Captain Kirk's magnificent 1982 perm. I was also looking forward to a potentially exciting movie set inside a video game. But I have a confession to make about Tron. I loved this movie when I was a kid. I thought it was amazing. But watching it today, well, it doesn't really hold up. The story, and let's just say the CGI hasn't aged as gracefully as William Shatner's hair. But the video game, that's another story. Nostalgia doesn't always survive adulthood, but hours spent in a dark arcade trying to maneuver a light cycle while Eye of the Tiger blares on the jukebox, now that stands the test of time. Speaking of Eye of the Tiger, Rocky III did not disappoint. We still found ourselves rooting for Sly as he took on his toughest opponent yet, Clubber Lang, played by Mr. T. At 11 years old, E.T. was basically the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Everybody fell in love with that little alien. And my mom was also emotionally affected by this picture. She said she cried because Elliot reminded her so much of me. And since Henry Thomas and I were roughly about the same age at the time, I can see why. She even told me that if you found an alien, I'd let you keep him. That's a nice thought, Mom, but honestly, where would we keep him? And was he even housebroken? But a far less friendly alien left more carnage than a messy house. The Thing was released in 1982, and it contained the single greatest practical effects scene ever made. The amazing thing about that scene is it isn't merely a gross-out scene, it's that the physical transformation is so tangible. You're watching an actual object on screen change shape right in front of you. The stomach opens, the jaw snaps shut, and the arms are severed. And suddenly, you've got a bizarre spider-legged creature with a human head. Show it to anyone, and you'll see it still stands the test of time. I've witnessed people who weren't even born in 1982 scream with terror when watching it. I wasn't even allowed to see it when I was 11, but eventually it became one of my favorite movies. Another movie that I didn't see at age 11, that I discovered as a teenager, and it became my own coming-of-age movie, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yes, it's raunchy. Very raunchy. But underneath all of that is one of the most recognizable portraits of teenage life ever put to film. And Fast Times is another reason 1982 is so rich. The soundtrack itself was part of the memory. When you hear Tom Petty's American Girl, you immediately see Fast Times. Same with Jackson Browne's Somebody's Baby, and especially Moving in Stereo by the Cars. And yes, every teenage boy who saw that movie knows exactly what I am talking about. That Phoebe Cates pool scene basically became a permanent part of 80s movie mythology. Blade Runner was another movie that was on my radar that year that I wouldn't see until later. I was really only interested because Harrison Ford had played Han Solo and Indiana Jones, two of my childhood heroes, but Blade Runner was a more grown-up sci-fi experience. The look of the movie is absolutely fantastic, and as an adult, I love the film noir aspect of it. It makes me feel old that we've long passed the date that this movie was supposed to be set in, and I still feel bad that I don't have a flying car. Conan the Barbarian was a film that made the rounds that summer as well, making a star out of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was probably too young to see this one also, as well as the next film, The Road Warrior. Having previously been released in Australia in 1981, it would eventually hit American theaters in late May of 1982. I feel like this movie played a lot in drive-ins, and I don't think my mom would have let me see either of these if she knew what the content actually was. As a kid, I didn't understand it, but I love the action. And finally, there's Poltergeist. I mean, any film where ghosts are going to come out of the TV set and snatch you is bound to be a horror classic. What also made it scary is that the son's bedroom looks so familiar. It could have been my own bedroom. I had all those same Star Wars toys. One major difference: no scary-ass demonic clown. So what's your favorite movie from 1982? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Mark reminding you that if you must dwell on the past, this is the place to do it.